Hey IPT, this is Cathy. Thanks for joining us. Last week we talked about, we're talking about healthy hormones, and last week we talked about some of the root causes of what causes hormonal imbalances. One of the things we talked about in there is how food is such a powerful tool. It either can throw your hormones out of whack or it can help your hormones get back into balance. So today I thought it'd be really interesting. We're just going to talk a little bit about some of the foods that are top hormone balancing foods. And all of these foods I'm going to incorporate into the Healthy Hormones program for women. So the first one is Maca. You're like, what the heck is Maca? I've heard about it, read about it. It is a superfood. It comes from Peru. It's an adrenal adaptogen, which means it helps balance your adrenal gland. So no matter what kind of, even if you're having lots of stress, it will help bring your adrenals back into balance. It'll balance the cortisol levels. It'll help that way if you're balancing your cortisol levels and your adrenals, it'll help balance your thyroid. It'll help balance your blood sugar, stabilize blood sugar. For women, it helps regulate your menstrual cycle. It helps with menopause symptoms. It helps with PMS. For men, it also helps with testosterone levels, also helps with their libido. Maca is definitely one of those things which is a superfood, and we'll talk more at my seminar about how you can incorporate it into your daily food. The second one is something called Schizandra. Schizandra is a berry that comes from northern China. You're thinking, well, where am I going to get this? It comes in a powdered form and can be easily, again, added to smoothies, to salads, to things like that. Schizandra is also an adrenal adaptogen, so it's going to help your body handle stress as well. So stress being, I said, the number one cause of hormonal imbalance. Schizandra also helps detoxify your liver. The liver is the powerhouse of the body, so it's the major detoxifier. So it helps detoxify. It helps detoxify excess estrogen. It helps stabilize blood sugar, and also can help boost libido in men and women. So both good things to be taking. The third thing is sea vegetables. Sea vegetables are very, very high in iodine. As we talked about last week, iodine is required for your thyroid to function. The problem is right now we get so little iodine from our food from the earth because the soil is so depleted from modern farming techniques, chemicals in the ground. So the iodine is being depleted from the soil. So one of the best places to get iodine from is sea vegetables. So you're talking about seaweed, algae, all meat. It's so available now, snack form. You can crumble it in a salad. That's definitely something you want, especially if you have thyroid problems. The number 4 thing I would recommend is adding chia and hemp seeds to your diet. They're both full of omega-3 and 6s. Now, omega-3s are super important to support the liver, the adrenals, the thyroid, your blood sugar. We get very little omega-3s in our diet, and our body cannot produce it. So, diet alone, you're only going to get it if you eat cold water fish every single day, like maybe northern Scandinavians. So you really need to find other ways of getting it into your diet. So the interesting thing about omega-3s is that because you can only get it through your diet, and there's a certain balance that you need to have with omega-3 to 6s. Omega-6s are in a lot of things. It's in a lot of vegetable oils, which is in so many foods right now. And the ratio that you actually need in your body is 1 omega-3 to every 4 omega-6s. The standard American diet is a 1 to 40 ratio, which means mass inflammation in your body. So definitely adding more omega-3s to your diet is essential, especially balancing hormones. Number 5, broccoli and kale, every kid's best friend. Broccoli, they're both cruciferous vegetables. And they contain indole-3 carbanols, which helps detox excess estrogen. And broccoli and kale are indole-3 carbanols, so they help detox excess estrogen out of your body and also support liver detoxification. They're also prebiotics, so they help feed the good bacteria in your gut. The last one, which most people haven't heard of, and honestly I've never heard of it too much, is a Jerusalem artichoke. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I've never heard of these things. But super important for balancing hormones. They are a major liver detoxifier. They help stabilize your blood sugar, and also they are the best source of prebiotic fiber to help feed that good gut bacteria that you need. As I mentioned last week in the video, you can add all these really good foods to your diet to help balance your hormones, but if you're still eating bad food, drinking too much alcohol, it's not gonna help any. So in order to change that and help balance hormones, we need to incorporate these foods, take out some other foods, and have a really good balance. Nobody's gonna be perfect, but we're definitely gonna work together to make your hormones happy and healthy.